Hi there, I just want to show you a flip through of a sketchbook that I've made for a class field trip to Amsterdam that I'm going on this weekend. We all got given plain sketchbooks like this, 4 of them, and told to put backgrounds in them ready for sketching and drawing while we're on our trip. So this is what I've ended up with. It's I joined all the books together with elastic bands. This one is attached to the back so I don't lose it, and it keeps all of the books closed because they will get quite fat. They're already quite fat. Okay, so I started off with a vintage measuring tape. You never know, I might want to use it for something while I'm there. Gosh, I'm having trouble. There we go. So, I've left a lot of the pages white or blank, just in case I want to glue down found items or, large sheets of newspaper or something like that. I've included quite a few tracing paper sheets. I really was interested in an artist who had her sketchbook mainly made up of tracing paper sheets, and then she used the patterns that she traced to make larger motifs, which I thought was a great idea. I'm using a lot of these little envelopes, slightly transparent, so you'll be able to see what's inside. This one just has a little light spray of blue on it. Another lightly sprayed page. I've stitched most of the elements onto the page and left the threads hanging free. I just think it looks really nice, gives a nice effect. This is a piece of paper just from packaging. I'll put in the centre. A lot of these coloured pages are left over from when I was doing some gelatin printing, and so I tore them up and stuck them down on the page to give me a good start to whatever I'm drawing. Same with these, just leftovers from my stash. Just from a fashion drawing pad, so that if I want to draw some clothes that I see out and about, I can do that. This is a great big long piece of packing paper. That might be quite interesting. I'll probably clip this down with a bulldog clip just to stop it from falling out. Spare papers, glue dots. Just some scrapbook paper that I had gessoed over. That's printed directly onto the paper of the sketchbook. This here is some gauze bandage which I sewed down to create these long kind of pockets, because I thought it might be quite interesting if I find some little things I can slide them right into the pockets and they'll be able to be seen through the gauze, and then later when I get home I'll just sew along the edge again here to enclose them, and there's space to write something. This was stained with a tea bag and then had some ink splattered on the top, and then I rinsed out the tea bag, cut it open and put these pieces on the page, thinking that maybe I could draw on top of that or draw underneath, and you'll still be able to see through the fabric. I suppose it's paper, isn't it? Another lightly misted page, but it could be used either way, that way or perhaps upside down might be quite nice. Could make a quite interesting sky effect. More printing directly onto the sketchbook paper. These are just some spare stationery if I want to stick labels down or whatever. I cut down a plastic envelope, and there's actually space behind to put things, but I've stitched it down just to make it nice and strong. More tracing paper. That's the inside of an envelope. This here was just a bit of a happy accident. I glued down some paper that I had printed on my jelly plate a few months ago, and then I found this envelope that I'd made quite a long time ago, and the colours went really well together, so I just went ahead and glued it down. I also found this card base for doing like a pop-up card, and I don't know, I probably won't use it, but if I put it in here, I've got it if I do decide to use it. Just lightly sprayed again with some little transparent envelopes. This is just an old book page which I've melted some wax onto. It could be quite interesting. I don't know how this is going to react, whatever medium that I use on the day. It might provide quite an interesting resist. More blank pages, more tracing paper. A little pocket that I made for the back in here, maybe to put tickets in or something. I'm just using a clip to hold my pens. These are really good pens. I love writing with them, however they're not waterproof, so I'll probably take something different when I go. Another fashion paper for drawing the clothes onto the ladies. I actually wish it had men on it as well, but it doesn't. Never mind. More tracing paper. Now this is some plaster bandage that I wet and got onto the page, and it's really rough texture. It could be quite interesting to draw on. More this is not gelatin printed. It's sprays, different sprays sprayed through stencils, and then I added some oil pastel marks and some acrylic paint just for interest. Be interesting to see what I end up using that for. I also spilled a bit of the orange paint from another page onto some of these, so I just clipped it out with a punch. Looks quite interesting anyway. I also learned that I should have put my tracing paper in last, because it got really damp and started to wrinkle up. But then I decided to iron it, and it came out not too bad after all that. Right, these are some spare papers that I'm going to take with me, and then that way I can cut them up or glue them down onto an entire page if I want to. And final bit of stationery in the back for me to use, and another one of those plastic envelopes. I'm taking my little ticky with me as a good luck charm. I've got some washi tape over here and a little binding ring which I can open and add other things to. And that's it. Hopefully it will work out really well. I'm really looking forward to using it. Thanks for watching.